All right, hello everybody, and welcome to what I'm going to try to make a new weekly, maybe every other week series, which is get to know your angry mod author. Uh, the today's guest is we're from house mods, more house mods, more house mods, more house mods, a few more house mods. Oh look, an armor, house mods, dog companion, house mods, and then some more armors. This is Elianora, and Elianora, say hello.
Hello.
Yep, that's her. She's just slightly retarded, so we're gonna move on. No, I'm just.
You forgot autistic.
Oh yeah, autistic as well. English is not her native language, but she speaks it somewhat better than I do sometimes. So just expect her if I talk too fast to yell at me. Uh, Honestly, this is all going to be unscripted. I'm going to do all these unscripted. I honestly have no idea what I'm going to ask. She has no idea what I'm going to ask. Nobody has any idea what's going to happen. So it's going to make it a little bit more interesting or extremely boring. Um, and as some people know, me and Ellie are friends. We've known each other for a while. So I'll probably give her some softballs. I'll be nice to her. I'm not going to ask her any angry questions. So we'll start off with a very easy one, which is Eleonora, why do you support neo Nazis and think Hitler was a good guy?
I told you this would happen. I have absolutely nothing to answer with.
All right, let's
Are you
start.
are you talking about the moon Nazis?
Never mind. Well, that kills that question. I was going to ask the next one, which is, have you told your parents you're a serial killer yet? But
They
uh,
were my first victims.
I wish my friends picked. Um, okay, let's just start back at the beginning. Like when? Because I actually don't know. Like when did you start modding?
I think it was a bit after the creation kit for Skyrim came out. There were a few house mods available, and then of course I wasn't happy with them, so I wanted to know how to change them up. So probably 2012.
So literally like the same freaking
Spring.
time I did. Okay,
Yeah,
April
good time.
2012.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's
I,
that's actually why you started modding. Then was for houses. You just wanted to fix them up.
Yeah, I wanted to change things around because I, I wanted to add a mannequin or something because the mod didn't have enough. Something stupid like that. And then it just completely got out of hand.
Yeah, I'd say just a little bit.
Yeah.
So have you ever wanted to be an interior decorator in real life, like to make money off it?
The funny part is that absolutely not, because that would require actual work. Like I would have to move from my chair and go through dozens and dozens of shops full of ugly furniture and ugly garbage anyway. So no, people keep suggesting it to me, but no, way too much work.
So am I correct in inferring that you just insulted everybody who makes mods everywhere by saying it's not actual work?
Yeah, I guess so.
Fine,
I,
fuck you too. Um, yeah, I was like, no.
yeah.
Uh, oops, my mic just get this stupid mic just got caught on my
Yeah, I've been
shirt.
throwing mine around. I have to keep holding my hands together so that I don't wave my hands all over the place
I
and
wave them all
accidentally.
over. I'm Italian. They go all like I will literally start to like make motions to describe what I'm showing when I'm doing my demonstration videos. Like I'll set my control. You'll hear when I'll set my controller down and I'll start like pointing at stuff on the screen and then I'll be like, "You
Yeah,
fucking retard! You can't." I'm like, "You put it right there in that snap node," and I'm pointing at the screen like anybody can flip and see me.
yeah, I did that with my tutorial videos.
It's kind of useless in that regard. So okay, so I don't know where else to go with this. Wait, what are you planning? What do you want to do with Fallout? You just want to house mods might become like extinct because of the fact that you can just build all your own shit and craft it.
Oh, yes, my favorite argument subject. Because I cannot be the only one who hates the build mode with like the fury of a thousand suns. Like you can't. The main thing I want is
Hold
to
on,
be
hold on,
able to
hold on.
click.
You got to
What?
remember that you're literally talking to somebody who makes crafting mods like crazy right now because that's all I can do right now without the creation kit, and everybody watching this probably hates you right now.
Well, I have like dozens of crafting mods myself. It's not the items that are at fault; it's the build mode. Like you can't put items together, collide. Everything is like, oh no, you can't put this. It's can't place on red, and I don't want to install something called a cheat engine just to be able to place in red. Uh, I could probably go to like a toggle free camera mode or a toggle clipping mode to build, but the overview you get in Creation Kit when you can see everything and it's so much easier to move everything around. I just, after 3,000 hours of that, I just cannot deal with a build mode that was made for console peasants. Oh, sorry. Did
Oh
I
shit.
just?
Oh, I forgot to mention at the start of this video that if you guys want me to talk to any other mod authors, do it at your own risk and suggest them because you might find out that they hate you and they're assholes like me. So, disclaimer 5 minutes late into the video. Uh, console peasants. It actually is. It does feel like it really does. It's like the entire engine was built around. That's why I use the controller. I use an Xbox controller when I play because it feels way more natural than actually using the keyboard and mouse because of the way that they have it set up. And it does feel like that's a lack on Bethesda's part.
Yeah, I tried playing. I plugged in an Xbox controller, but I can't use it because I've always played with a PlayStation. So the whole controller thing is like confusing to me. And I tried to use the build mode, and I just if it had been my controller, it would have been thrown into the wall. But because I am not the owner, I just gently put it down and went back to keyboard and mouse.
And also something, a little insight into Ellie, everybody. She likes to throw things around the room when she gets angry at video games. I just want to point this out. I made her rage when she was testing anger for Molag Ball's Inferno. So
Oh right, that should have been caught on camera or recorded or something. I
she just
almost broke the monitor.
starts throwing shit all over the place, yelling at people. So I think modding is her therapy. She has to sit there and design things intricately because otherwise she's gonna rip bunny rabbits' heads off and stuff. So
I once hit my keyboard so hard with my fist that all the keys flew off it.
oh my goodness, you have a mechanical, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, that thing's loud as fuck.
yeah.
The
I'm trying my hardest not to touch the
yes,
keyboard right now because it
she
makes the clickety
we,
noise.
we were talking before the video started recording, people, and yeah, she got restricted from typing at all because that thing sounds like, I don't even know, like a tank's running across her desktop.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna hit on this one for everybody. Like, your thoughts on pervy and pedo mods, whether it be on Skyrim or Fallout. Mostly on Skyrim. We're not there yet on Fallout.
Yeah, but we're not on the estrus tentacle porn front yet with Fallout. It'll be there. I I I'm trying to restrict myself and
No,
be
no,
politically correct about this
fuck being
because
politically
it's like
correct.
how to get 98% of the females visiting this website to get completely creeped and freaked out and feeling like, well, is the word objectified? It's like
Yes.
sexual objects. It's like, I get that you want it in your mod, but why put all your effort into creating something that looks completely ridiculous? I mean, I don't mind sexy. If I have a tank top on a character, I want the push-up effect there, and so on. But when you're making fucking bikinis out of strips of metal, it's completely insane. It's too bad you can't see me right now because I'm making all these hand gestures and clenching my fists and being like, ah. Okay,
I might have to do that in the
breathe,
future. Get actual recording of people when they start raging. No,
breathe.
there's not much to breathe about. I'm angrier than that at some of this shit. And I mean I don't know.
Because I feel disrespected. That's my main problem with it. It's like females are not respected. They're just like pretty fucking pixelated porn dolls for people instead of like actual people. Oh, this male character is so respected and he saved the world. And then there's this random female character who's there just for poop, boobs, and vaginas. Like,
So what you're trying to tell me is that women exist for things other than boobs and vaginas.
yes, we make mods too. We can do other things than look pretty. I
I'm
need
gonna
some water.
have to
I think
reevaluate my marriage.
I think my face is all red from raging again. I sort of feel hot.
I see. I just want to get your opinion on it. I'm going to ask everybody kind of that question direction because it annoys the piss out of me. It like we had I don't know if you noticed it, but we had both of the slutty bobbleheads in the hot files last week.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I was
And
so happy to get like something that respect. There's Micah. Sorry, I cut you in. do finish. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go, go, go.
You were saying something, and I was like, oh, let me rage about these
I don't
two.
remember what I was saying now, so it's your turn.
It's like, yeah, I always play as a female character, and when there's something that represents my gender, it's good. Like, I feel like there should be a Vault girl, but then the Vault girl has a slutty jumpsuit and boobs hanging out or
And naked
nipples
option,
swung
yeah.
through. Yeah, a naked option. And it's like, this is not a mod for girls to feel like actually being represented in this game. It's for males to drool on. And while I respect everything that other people do, I don't have to like it. I can respect you as a mother and creator, but I don't have to like what you do. And the same thing, I can like someone's mod, but they can be an asshole, a huge fucking dick.
Yeah,
If the mod is good, I'll download
I
it.
think a lot of people have that issue with me.
They're like, oh, you are so rude, you are so impatient, I'm not gonna download your mod. Do you think I fucking care? Who's the one who loses? I already put the mod up there. I have 20,000 people who downloaded it. Like, you come here and tell me that you're not gonna download my mod. Do you actually think I fucking give a shit? Then don't.
Just
You're
start
missing out on a good mod.
just start banning them. I've said screw it. That
Yeah,
ban from all my files button is fun. It's like
I mean,
whack-a-mole.
I've spent so many fucking hours just perfecting shit that isn't troubling me in my own game, just for the sake of being nice and doing things like well as I can. And then you come here and tell me that, oh, you weren't being nice to that person who was complaining and asking you the same fucking question for the 50th time. And, oh, you are so rude. Get the fuck off my face. Seriously.
See, that's why I find it funny when people talk about the modding community. When they talk about community, I'm gonna start railing on that one at points because community to me means a group of people that work together. They do something for a common interest or whatever. The problem
Yeah.
is that 99.9% of the people in the community don't do anything and just request shit and just fucking move on and download your shit. Whereas 0.1% of the people are the people actually creating, and
Yeah.
that's kind of what these videos say. Like I wanted people to like get to know people, just freaking because the people who have the least amount of voice are me, you, other mod authors. It's just that's why I want to kind of do this. It's you don't have an outlet. If you yell at the person on the mod page and call him a fucking idiot, you're banned.
Yeah. Yeah. And one thing people are like, they don't seem to understand that mod authors are people. We are not some sort of fucking compliment machines who are supposed to be politically correct. Oh, the community is ruined if you are rude or impatient, or if you tell someone to fucking read the description, you fucking retard. It's like, we're still the community. We may be assholes, but we are still doing a hell of a lot for the community. We are providing tons and tons of free content and helping people who need the help. Like, people don't understand that about more authors. They just see the one thing that you were rude to some one person who fucking deserved it
And can't
in the
read.
first place.
Can't read the stickies. Those are almost my
Yeah.
favorite. Are the description. They ask the same question that's at the top of the description. Are the number one sticky on the post. Those are my
My mod
favorites.
name is Armor X CBBE. On the first line it says, remember to build your own patch with body slide. And I get 5 comments asking, is this body slide compatible? No, I just made the fucking CBBE for fun. I didn't actually intend you to be able to utilize CBBE or its features. What kind of fucking ignorant... See, I don't have problem with stupid people. I have problems with ignorant people who are willfully ignoring things you're putting out for them, like instructions. Oh, I can't stand it.
So that's gonna segue. Which also I have something to point out. All 6 hot files right now on Fallout. None of them are slutty shits. So I'm just want to point that out. That's actually kind of cool. We got a weapon. We got an eyewear. We got trees. That one's a little weird to me. 2 of the
It's
snap and build
textures.
guys, and my craftable castle wall patches, which by the way is saved now 2.2 years worth of. I just love pointing that out. I think that's what I want to put on like that would be a nice counter. That would be a nice counter on your mods, my mods. Like how much game time you have saved or provided for people. Like people don't realize this. It's like just that craftable castle wall patches. It was easy because we kind of like set up a lot of people. 45 minutes was probably a little bit high, maybe closer to 40, 35 minutes worth of on average per download time saved. right now with the number of downloads, we're at over 2 years. And then like all your house mods combined, all other like that kind of crap, like quest mods, like I mean, freaking Molech Balls Inferno for us was what 6 hours to complete the thing or some shit, and it's what is there like 30,000 downloads on that? So you're
Something like
talking,
that.
yeah, so you're talking like 8 9 years worth of game time for people, probably more than that actually. I'm doing that wrong. There's
Yeah, and
like
when I was
13.
w- yeah, when I was done with Skyrim, like sort of played the main quest and everything through 5 times maybe. The only reason I was still coming back to Skyrim, and I have almost like 2,500 hours on Skyrim, it's not mod testing. I test my mods very little actually. It's because new armor mods or houses or anything that improved the game came out, and it inspired me to go back to it. So it's probably another 1,000 hours on Fallout just to play with mods.
See, I just got a bug report from a guy who can't find the special menu in the workshop, but he hasn't completed the quest to get the special menu. That's when I shoot myself. Yeah.
Uh, One thing I really wanted to do was play the game a ton and know it inside out before I started making mods, so that I don't. If I browse mods, I don't get spoiled. If I want to make mods, I know
See,
what I'm doing.
I'm terrible. I don't even know who the fuck Curie or Kate are. I
Well,
really
you're not
don't.
missing out on anything with Kate. She's a bitch. She's
I,
fucking
I
annoying.
didn't do any companions, and I just like I like I only completed like half the map. I need to go back and play it at some point.
You really need to stop modding and start playing the game.
So this segues. I should have segued a little bit back when you were bitching about the community, whatever, leeching. What? So I know your thoughts on it, and I'm gonna ask for other people. The paid modding. What are your thoughts? Like not how they implement it, but if they do it right, let's say in your mind, what would your reaction be?
I think it would be a welcome change because I know how much work mods are. I don't buy this bullshit about, oh, modding has always been free. Yeah, hey, well, guess what? Slavery used to be a tradition. Surprisingly, slavery is not a tradition anymore. Well, in most civilized countries, at
You
least.
do
I
have
mean,
to admit
you,
though
you
that
can't just explain your argument cannot be, it has always been this
now
way.
hold on. You do have to admit though that from Bethesda and the company's perspective that slavery is cost efficient.
Yeah, that is. But I have nothing against paid modding if it's done properly. Like, people have the option to provide their mods for or free or pay me something for this. That would be the most ideal option for me. Now I lost track of my thoughts. What was I gonna say? This is something that I've vented about so much as well. I just hate arguments that are not logical, like, we have always had free mods. You cannot suddenly start charging for mods now. A great argument.
Well, the other argument that I ran into too was somebody made the argument that we're fixing Bethesda's game and they shouldn't have to pay for a fix to the game. To which I made the rebuttal, that's like buying a burger at McDonald's, asking for bacon on it. You didn't get bacon, so you went over to a Burger King and demanded they put bacon on it for free to fix a burger that you bought that was made wrong.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. I don't see modding as fixing the game. The game is pretty excellent without it, and with patches you can get most things fixed anyway. I don't see us doing Bethesda's work. We're adding to it, just like you said. You buy a burger and now you want something extra on it, so you pay for it. Like, I don't see. I think if Bethesda was making money through mods, they would want to provide us better tools. Like,
Agreed. That 100%. Like, just oh, that's one of my biggest hopes for why they release paid
yeah,
modding. Because could you imagine if they released paid modding and we suddenly got a 3DS Max and a Maya Bethesda tool to import and export NIFs with animation, collision, freaking, oh my goodness.
I don't know, yeah. But imagine if they make $60 or something for it for the game, and then they could make another $60 from the person buying mods, which I think might be realistic because
It
it's
is.
so
It is.
microtransactions are a really good way to make money. Shitty way, but a good way.
It depends. My viewpoint, like I stopped Halo, the new Halo pissed me the fuck off when I got to multiplayer because it literally just
Also peasant.
What? Yeah, I have both. No, no. This is the best part. I have an Xbox One and a PlayStation 4. They're sitting there. The PlayStation 4 has not been turned on since the second month I bought it, which was the second month it was out. My wife got them for me for Christmas or whatever shit. Got them ordered. The Xbox has been turned on for three games, I believe. Destiny, something. Oh, that's what the PlayStation was turned on for. The Last of Us, great game. Um, and the Xbox was turned on for like Destiny and Halo. But Halo was like freaking. When you got to the multiplayer, it was microtransaction grabs to buy packs of cards where you got random shit that you could consume once inside of a battleground. Like it was a
What the?
microtransaction cash grab that like the equivalent would be if I provided my castle wall patches for people for 35 cents, but it only stayed up for a week, and then you had to
Yeah.
pay another 35 cents. Like, that's my other hate to the people who argue about paid modding. At least what you get from us is permanent. Like, you don't, it's not
Yeah.
something that you're buying and consuming, it's something that you're buying and that you can play with and that actually adds content to the game. And while there will be people who price gouge, as there were when the Skyrim paid modding thing came out, like 2.99 for a crowbar, the like, I mean, my thoughts with it were
Mm.
for all of my mods, and I've told people this. I was like, it's if I put every single last one of my crafting mods into one pack and charged $1, that's fucking hell of worth it.
Yeah.
I'd pay more than that for my fucking mods. Like,
Yeah.
I would just be like that's it's on the regulations, and the problem with it is that a lot of people, I think, are I think Bethesda is going to be the really one to
I
fuck this
really
or
hope
not.
if they do it, they put proper like curating on it
Yes,
because they really need to check what goes through. A fucking P-Boy recolor and you charge $1 for it. Get the fuck on my face. Seriously. If you put a ton of work and it's something that's like really worth paying for, like a mini DLC, then fine, put it up. But I really hope they like filter what gets put on sale
I have a
if they
feeling they
do.
won't. They want to make money. They're a
They're too
company.
lazy, yeah. They don't care. They just want
and
to make money.
and part of the other thing that always makes me laugh is the low information modder or mod user, which I keep trying to refute every time I see them because they piss me off, where they think that the CK is going to be a miracle and invalidate every mod they have ever downloaded,
Oh yeah.
when
I
in
see.
reality they actually don't understand that we usually clean our mods made with the CK with unofficial tools
I
because
know,
the
right?
creation kit is dirty as shit.
And mods like True Storms for Skyrim, they are exclusively made in Xedit already. Like everyone's fapping over True Storms for Skyrim. Yeah, best mod ever, kind of. And it's made in Test 5 edit, not CK.
Yo.
Like so many mods are already made in Xedit.
Well, and it brings back to the other point you brought up, the curation. Because here's the problem: I can destroy your game with scripts. That's why I wonder what they're going to do about scripts for consoles. Because it's I mean, I did it in the first mod I ever made in Descent into Madness. I didn't know how to stop a certain thing. For it was my first mod, so I basically added a line that basically put up a chat box when somebody cheated and told them to
Mm.
respect my authority, and then I shut their game down. There was a like game.shutdown code that was really easy. I literally could just crash their game. And you can do that with mods. Like, you can crash their game, you can add in scripts that crash their game, you can add in NIFs that crash the game, as we learn constantly in Fallout, trying to learn the NIF structure. And
Yeah.
that's, I think, is one of the biggest things. Is like the biggest worry that people have is, oh, what if it's, well, not the biggest worry, but the most valid worry they have is, what if it's a corrupt file? And that's why I think they really need the curation. Is, what if we upload shit that just breaks people's games? And some people
Yeah.
might do it too and charge for it. That's the other best part. Now,
Yeah.
I'm enough of a fucking bastard that I think that would be really funny and serve all the people right who, are the community that harass me every day with requests. But speaking of that one, how do you feel about requests?
I just turned off my Nexus Messenger because I was getting so much stupid crap. I was like, "Hello, I want you to make this special snowflake house mod that requires 50 hours of work just for me. Can you put all the displays in it?" And where's that big red delete button? I don't even. I used to respond to them like, "Sorry, I'm not modding Skyrim anymore" or some bullshit like that. But what people don't understand is mod authors who are in the hot files get bombarded with messages. Oh, I'm gonna be so sorry for anyone who's now sent me messages encouraging me to mod more. When you send that thoughtful message, like I just wanted to like personally thank you for these mods that have made my life so much better. I don't want the message. I couldn't care less. I mean, I appreciate it, but do not spam me private messages just to say that there's the mod page. Go comment on it. Everyone can see that you appreciate it. I don't want special spam to my inbox, which is already stressing me the fuck out.
Do you know what's bad
Because
about
now
this,
I
by
have
the
to
way?
respond to it. The problem is that I've been just sending them thumbs up smileys because I don't want to sit there and thinking like, okay, how am I gonna nicely thank this person for their comment? Okay,
Dude,
everyone's gonna think I'm a huge bitch after
see,
this.
you're lucky. I just hit delete on them. I don't care if it's a good comment, bad, or whatever. I just hit delete. If it's not something that like I've helped a bunch of people who've actually sent me messages
Yeah.
because I'm sitting here going, "You're lucky. At least yours are just requests." I literally get at least once a day a wall of text, like 3 to 5 paragraphs of somebody like detailing a problem or an idea or some trying to get me to help them make something, and they like just put this like I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like I literally had a guy like try to describe his entire use of like Nifscope, and the first time he's ever touched Nifscope was for Fallout 4, which is just a terrible idea to start because it's not
Yeah.
even complete, and you guys are like using tools that you don't know what's going on in them, and I still don't know what's going on in them. And
Yeah.
it's like I get walls of text like that. I just hit delete because my messenger box just keeps filling
Oh,
up, and I'm just like, nope, delete, 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 and they'll see it's deleted too, and they'll probably be like, fucking asshole.
yeah. I feel so horrible if they see it just deleted. Or and then there's the people who see that you've read, they keep refreshing the page to make sure if you read the message and then they message you back 2 minutes after you've read it, like, aren't you gonna reply to me? Oh, I don't want to be a bitch to you, but I get so many messages and so many requests. And you know what? Your special snowflake idea for a mod is not special. It's been done before, or I have better things to do. There are these ideas people who don't know anything about modding or how to make them, and they send you their ideas on how this would be the best mod ever.
Oh yeah, and they don't realize it's going to take you 6 years to do it.
Yeah. Can you overhaul this game completely? It's probably very simple for you because you are so experienced. I mean, I've changed my mods according to like feedback and ideas that people are leaving in the file comments. But when you send something to me as a private message, it's like it really puts pressure on me on trying to get back to you. I have to get back to you. I have to think about what I say. I have to be polite because it's Nexus and I can't just tell them to fuck off.
And then
So it's just like, yeah, I turned it off. I can't stand it anymore. It's just too much stress. I'm already
I,
stressing
I
over these armor updates,
I
but yeah.
actually agree with you. When frickin' Mikolov banned me for 2 weeks, that 2 weeks was actually pretty stress free because it wasn't like every hour and a half I wasn't getting a ping on my email saying I got an email, I got a PM on Nexus about something. I was like, well, this is actually pretty stress free. I should just close this sucker off.
Yeah, it's like the only reason I turned on the messenger again was for Fallout modding because I needed to contact a lot of other mod authors and talk to them about permissions and such. But then, of course, I started to get so many user messages that it's just I'm working so hard on this update for these armor mods right now, and I have to
Maybe,
bounce around 4 different files like
maybe you'll be lucky.
CBB, vanilla, and shit.
Maybe you'll be lucky after this, and people will realize you're a dick and an asshole, and they won't send you messages like
Yeah.
me.
I'm never gonna use any Elianora mods again. She's a huge bitch. She's such a cunt. Like, whatever. You're missing out. I'm not. I already made the mod. I had fun making the mod.
Well, see,
If you
this
don't
is
download it, I don't give a shit.
See, I pointed out to somebody through this. It actually makes me happy. Like I am literally an asshole. Like I fucking find the most offensive things funny. I find people's emotional problems funny. It's I literally was telling somebody they're like, "You're such a fucking asshole" or whatever. And I hate you and shit. You're just
Thanks.
lucky. He's like, "You're just lucky your mods are good." And I was like, it makes me smile at night and helps me sleep better knowing that you despise me as a person, and yet you will still download my mod and use it, which means that every time you see my mod in your game, you think of me, and then you despise yourself a little bit more, and your life quality is like ruined little by little because you actually let your emotions affect you on how you feel about some retard that mod shit on the internet. Like, that just makes me happy. I don't know why. I'm a dick. The
I don't. I don't seek to be an asshole or I don't want to like. come off as a bitch. I really like helping people, but I'm being nice to them and doing nice things for them. But at the same time, modding is so fucking stressful. If you've got even tiny bit of like popularity, get
It's true.
bombarded with so much crap that is. I think being a bitch is how a way for me to just deal with all the
Well, that and people who
waves of
request shit of you,
attention.
they don't understand what goes into it. They see the problem is that they see shit like me and clearly Captain Snap and Build here. Um, is clearly another no lifer. Actually, his are pretty fucking simple. Not taken away from his work, but his are pretty simple mods.
Mm.
The but it's like him, me. We have no life. Okay, I spent like 3 days on the fucking castle walls trying to figure out how I was gonna make that shit work and trying to make it, and it still is a two-step process. And like, I just have no life, and I can mod, and people don't realize what they request has ramifications. Like, there's a guy who I was actually helped out who because he kind of knew what he was doing. And I told him that he really doesn't want to do it because of the ramifications. He's making triangle pieces, triangle
Mm.
floor pieces, triangle whatever, and even he's come back and talked to me about he's got it now. He's got to make half walls. Now he's got to make triangle roof pieces. Now he's got to make everything with new snap nodes. Now he's got collision that doesn't work because you can't make custom collision. I was like, this is why I haven't done it. I was like, there's triangle pieces sitting on my desktop right now. I'm not doing it. I will not release that. It's a fucking clusterfuck waiting to happen. Like it already happened with
Yeah.
the half concrete foundations. Well, now can you make half walls? No. Because
Yeah.
what do you snap the roof to? And then you've got to make custom nodes on the roof snap points. And then how do you make that work? Because roofs only have a middle snap point. So then you'll have roofs that are all off aligned. Then you got to make quarter roofs. It's like it turns into a rabbit hole of shit that like while I would like to see half wall pieces, I don't want to do the fucking rest of it, you know? It's there's a limit to what we want to do as mod authors, and it's usually what the fuck we want to do, not what you guys want to do.
For me, it's the armors because I've released a ton of them. And now I have like over 30 different kinds of outfits, but that's not enough because there has to be pink ones and purple ones and green ones. And then there's 15 other factions that I didn't take into consideration that I have to do outfits for. And because I've been copy pasting it, so now that there is an error in the body mesh, it's now in 20 different outfits over 2 or 3 different kinds of mod files like CBBE and vanilla. And I have to fix every single one of them. So their simple request is not so simple, not necessarily. So yeah, here I am sitting on my computer and fixing fucking body meshes.
But Ellie, you're our slave, aren't you?
I like making yeah, I like making armors. I don't like putting them in the game. Like I can make 50 different color variations in Photoshop with a few clicks, but putting it into Fallout 4 edit and actually testing it and taking screenshots of it and making it presentable and putting it in the game, I just can't be bothered. I just put the minimum effort into that.
Okay, so we've gone on for over half an hour already. I figure people are
Oops.
probably like, "Fuck this shit." The
Yeah,
I,
they've
I
closed the YouTube window tab
I
by now.
now we're gonna ask the question that actually everybody is wondering, and I know the answer to. Ellie, are you single?
You didn't know, you know. No one, I
I
know
know
I'm
the
not
answer.
single.
I said nobody. I said the other people don't know.
Oh,
I'm not
you know
asking
how the
for
best women
me.
are always taken. I am happily cohabiting. But
So so
surprisingly, I haven't been harassed in Nexus or anything, even when I put my pretty pic up.
so the next question that's bearing on just my mind is so if something bad like just a crazy random murder were to happen to your significant other, are you willing to relocate to Southern California?
Actually, I am. I like the place. I've been to San Francisco and San Diego. Great places. I have a lot of friends there.
Checkmate. Okay. Are you? I just had to.
Next Fire Assassin.
I had to get a little rapey at the end just because that freaking. I'll never forget that Twitch stream. It was so funny. The
Oh yeah, you're my rapey
I'm,
friend.
I'm your rapey friend. I was like, yeah, but she likes it. That's a great
Doesn't
way.
this disturb you? No, I'm okay.
Don't worry, I got a lot of hate on that rant video from, well, not a lot of hate, but like a couple of women coming on and bitching about me saying, "You think women have their place?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think guys have their place too. It's not really a sexist thing. I just hate humans." There's a big difference, between hate women and hate everybody equally. I just so happen to say one thing bad about women, and they jump down my throat, and I'm like, have you watched my other videos where I literally just trash talk men for like 20 minutes?
About pervy mods, yeah.
Yeah, I say one
And
thing about
everyone's so
women.
happily downloading all these metal bikinis and oh, women are empowered by this. But then when it's the man saying something bad about women and oh,
Women are empowered by this.
yeah, that's
Uh,
that's that's the excuse they use for
what
accepting.
are we raising our women to just be like sluts and whores? I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel sorry.
apparently so.
I feel sorry for my niece. Like she's gonna grow up in a gaming culture where it just teaches her to be a slut, and you have to look perfect, or else or perfect with body disfigurement issues because you need to have cans that are like 85 pounds. What the crap? Now I will admit that I was extremely happy that there was a very legitimate body slide preset called "Your Grandma's Body Slide."
The best one in Nexus.
It
Must
literally
download.
the most accurate. I think that should be like the default. Somebody needs to give that to Mama Murphy. Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god.
build all my future armors based on that mod.
You should. Oh my god. Go. That's right. Because when you do the body slide, it'll morph the armor, won't it?
Yeah, it will.
Okay,
I could
Ellie.
probably use it for these armors.
I will pay you like $10 if your front screen if you get hot files on any of your armors. If you make the hot file screenshot image that armor with the mama murder with the grandma body slide. Like after you get hot files, you wait till you get hot files, and then you make the hot file image the armor in that body slide.
You got yourself a deal.
That'll be the
Oh,
best comments
trolling user
ever.
art. That's
I
that's beautiful.
I've always thought about doing that. Like after I make hot files, just changing the hot file image to be something completely horrible.
Well, in the Nexus terms of service, your images on the mod page have to be related to the mod, so you can't really go
Well,
extreme with that. But
I can stick grandma body out in front of the
mhm.
castle wall fix. Make her
Yeah,
eight
of
times the
course, yeah,
normal size, standing on top of the wall.
that works.
Label it as adult only
Okay, I
content.
think someone's gonna break in now and change our logs.
Well, we should be done anyway, so I'm going to hit stop record, and everybody, that bleh,
Say
words.
bye.
Well, and if you've made it this far in the video and you guys have your favorite mod author that you want, just hit them up, hit me up, get them in contact with me, vice versa, whatever. But just remember, be prepared. Your favorite mod author might be a dick. So that's it for this one. I'm hitting stop record.